now we are ready for our next amazing speaker. And I was also speaking with him a little bit before, and he told that he made an amazing business when he was only 12. He was selling designer used clothes and made a million turnover in 1 year. So the founder of Coco Development Group, Danish developer, investor, and serial entrepreneur, creating lifestyle property brand #1 in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, Rasmus Holst.
Hi everybody, my name is Rasmus. It all started with a vision to create something truly meaningful, to connect people, to grow, to play, and to just have fun, and to create much more than just properties, but to create an experience-driven lifestyle for people seeking for more, aka the Coco lifestyle. My name is Rasmus. I am the founder of Coco Development Group. We are a community-driven lifestyle property brand born here in Bali with a vision to go global in 2026 and create lifestyle property chain #1 in the world. Ever since we started for a little bit more than 1 year ago, we have, with more than 100 investors joining our vision, raised more than $15 million, started the construction of our first 5 lifestyle developments with more than 125 properties, and we are today more than 400 people around the brand of Coco working full-time to create lifestyle property chain #1 in the world. We create much more than just properties. We create livings with amenities that talks into lifestyles, and we create experiences that brings people together. Why, you may ask? Because if you ask me, what is the best place I've been in the world? I guarantee you, it's not based on the places I stayed, but the people I met. And that is exactly what we create. We create memories, we create experiences, and we bring people together. I used to make festivals for 6 years. I used to bring Copenhagen together. Today we build resorts in my favorite island in the world, Little Bali. It's funny how life changed, huh? But if you ask me, what I'm doing today is actually exactly the same thing I've been doing my whole life. I'm bringing people together, and I'm selling an experience. If you look on the screen, what you see here is the first 5 developments by Coco Development Group, all with a clear focus on creating a concept that clearly appears to you can call it a certain target audience. On the, from your side, on the left, you see our first project. It's called Le Mansion by Coco, and it's a part of our premium collection. It's a premium villa that comes with a private chef and a private driver. The project is finished built today. It consists of 3 properties in total. The first we finished built in 8 months and 2 weeks. Number 2 took 10 months, and number 3 we launched in 12 months. The project you see next to it is what I will call our first real lifestyle developments, the Coco Lifestyle Residence. The concept talks into our values: grow, play, connect. It exists of 14 apartments in what you can call in a high-end co-living. It comes with a sauna, it comes with a co-working, it comes with a shared pool, and it comes with a massive rooftop where you can meet your neighbors. Because, to be honest, if you ask me, how interesting is it actually to stay in a townhouse? How many people is actually booking a property because they are in need of a bed? And how many people do you actually believe is booking a stay in a resort or in a property because they want to have an experience? That is what we create. We bring people together. That's why we create complexes where you have shared facilities, because we want to create memories. We want to bring people together. The next project, I'm going to go over Amazona. The next project you see over here is the Coco Lifestyle Resort. Our biggest success until today. You can call it the bigger brother or the bigger sister to our first lifestyle project, the Coco Lifestyle Residence. The project exists of 62 properties. The whole project got, from the day we launched it, sold out in less than 4 months. Equal, we got more than 62. We had 62 properties sold out in 120 days. The project, again, tucks into our values and what Coco stands for. It's about growing people. It's about connecting people. It's about creating a playful daily day. It exists of a paddle court. We do like this. Wait a second. That's Amazona. 2 seconds. There we go. That's the Coco Lifestyle Resort. It's located in Uluwatu, not far from here, in Bingin. Right now we are 4 months into the construction. The project in itself consists of, it has a podcast studio, it has a co-working, has a gym, has a wellness, sauna, ice bath, has a beautiful rooftop with bar and restaurant, and maybe most interesting, it has 2 full-time, what we internally call happiness managers hired to make sure that we create the ultimate lifestyle for the people staying in our properties. Because one thing is amenities, one thing is to stay in a beautiful property. But one thing I have learned from traveling the world the last 7 years, I fucking love to stay in hostels. I didn't like to stay in a room with 14 other people, but I love the experiences. I love the community. I love the weird people you met on your way. And that's exactly what I want to create. Without you having to stay in a room with 13 other people, but actually staying in a, let's call it having this premium feeling where you have all the amenities, but you also have the lifestyle and the experiences around it. So we are creating much more than just properties. It's the Coco Lifestyle paddle court. It's mountain escapes. It's 2 people having one responsibility, and that is to make sure that the people staying in our properties, they have the time of their life. They come back from Bali with exactly what they were looking for, memories, a story to tell their best friends, and memories. Our latest launched project is called Amazona. It's located in Copacabana, and a project that from a perspective of design took me 6 months. I can tell you my architect was not happy for me, but I'm usually saying either I stay out or I go all in, and I had a vision. The Amazona Jungle Resort, to try to take you a little bit through our thought process of why we have developed a jungle resort. You can say, in the end of the day, we are an investment company. We exist to make the best possible investment case for our clients. Today we have 125 clients from 16 different nationalities around the world, putting their trust in us as their development partner and their investment partner here in Bali, and I take that very serious. The reason we have developed a jungle resort is from a perspective of, let's for example look at Canggu. If you look at Canggu, you have had an increase of more than 200% in the amount of accommodations, active listings on, for example, Airbnb. Today we look into having around 12,500 accommodations in the area of Canggu. And I trust you, I promise you, go on your Airbnb right now. I promise you, you're going to find more than 1,000 accommodations right now. If you look for a booking for the next 7 days, that is not rented out. Creating a good investment case is actually super simple. In general, I would say things are what you make them, and I, from my own perspective, makes things simple. It's based on supply, demand, and it's based on having a high occupancy rate and how much you're able to rent out your property for every single day. We have made an analysis of jungle accommodations. Alone in Canggu, we look into having around 12,000 accommodations. If we look across the whole Bali, we look into having less than 2,000 jungle accommodations. And do we take it from a perspective of resorts of the same standard as Amazona is going to present? We look into having around 15 competitors, K-Club, Crea, Ulamans, and Jungle, Ubud, and so on. Try to make analysis of how much you're able to rent out a bamboo house for compared to, let's call it an apartment in downtown Canggu. So from my perspective, it was super, super, super simple. For me, it doesn't, as a developer, cost me more money to build 4,000 square meters of construction in Copacabana versus doing it in downtown Canggu. The difference is that I'm in competition with 10,000 other accommodations down there, where I'm from a perspective of being able to create a jungle resort, looking into analysis where you have properties renting out for, like, we talk 100% more. Let's say a one-bedroom apartment in Canggu, you can rent out that for, let's call it $100. Try to look into Jungle 8. Try to look into K-Club, Ulaman. Try to look into some of those concepts and look at the average price and the occupancy rate they are performing. That's the reason Amazona has been born. Amazona, if you are for everyone, you are for no one. Amazona is it's a good example of us delivering an experience to the people coming to Bali. I would say in average, we probably look into having a shorter average stay compared to people staying in a villa. We probably look into having something between 3 to 5 days where people, let's call it an average stay, 7 to 10 days in a property. But on the other hand, we can we can rent it out for around 40% more. The project contains 41 apartments. For the one looking for investment, we launched the sales 2 months ago. We still have 12 properties back. And except 41 properties, we also have an open-air cinema. We have a fireplace. We have a wellness cave with all facilities you can imagine. Steam room, sauna. For Instagram, we have facial treatments with mud in 6 different beautiful earth colors, dry, pink, blue, and whatever. We have 2 massive pools in the middle, as you can also see it in, I think it's in Korea, they have something similar. And we have implemented in a restaurant in the back. So you can say it's built on a hill. That means we have a drop of 12 meters of a granite wall where we have implemented a waterfall, like a water system. So from the granite wall all the way down, instead of having a wall, you're just having a thin layer of glass to give this calm feeling. So you can sit in a restaurant as well as you can sit in all levels of the apartments and look straight into a waterfall. Disconnect to reconnect. The nature of Ubud in the backyard of Canggu. Amazona Jungle Resort. As I've mentioned a few times, we do everything we can for being more than properties. In the middle you can see that is Coco Development Group. Except that we have a few other things. We have the Coco Lifestyle, which is the same as the name of our resort and a big focus from our perspective of branding. We have Coco Active Wear, our own clothing line. Dropping. We have the launch party at, what are they called, Savaya Group on Desa Kituni. We have a members club for all of our investors, giving them not only properly the best investment company, bringing them a good return of investment, but also a company that has a focus on elevating their lifestyles. What is the Coco Members Club? It is the opportunity to unlock 25% off rental on all of our properties around the ecosystem of Coco. We have more than 125 properties under construction today. Give me 1 year, we are going to have more. Except that we are launching our own investment platform called Shares by Coco. We are in the last testing phase of it. Long story short, we are fractionizing real estate and opening up for giving people the opportunity to invest from $1,000 through either crypto or USD. From my perspective, one of the reasons we are looking into launching this is it's actually not so much for cash flow. It's not so much for creating a cash cow. I believe we, in the way we do today, is able to raise more money. We are a community-driven lifestyle brand, and one KPI, key point indicator, that is very important for us, that is our community and the amount of investors we can bring to be a part of Coco Development Group. The reason we are launching Shares by Coco is because if I can get 10,000 investors to invest $1,000, I don't care about $1,000, but I care about having a community of 10,000 active investors. What does that do for our investors in the end of the day? It creates a platform, creates the opportunity for us as a company to push, for example, the Coco Members Club, to create a worldwide investment community of people seeking for more. And from a perspective of creating the best possible investment cases in Bali, let's say we look into Bingen. You have an average occupancy rate, let's put it low, of 80%. Then imagine you have a company that has an investment club of more than 10,000 active members. Do you think I'm going to be able to make more than 80% for my clients? Do you think we have differentiated ourselves so much for the market and taken so much control of our own investment cases that we actually are able to, going forward, being the company in Bali, creating the best investment case. That is my vision. I came back to Bali August last summer. I didn't drink for 1 year. I didn't party for 1 year. I worked, I think I made a calculation yesterday, it was around 6,000 hours I put into this project, into this company the last 12 months. No drinking, no girls, no parties. I felt I had a very big responsibility for my clients, and I took that very serious. Today we have launched projects for $22 million in, 14 months. In the next 3 months, we are launching projects for around $40 million, bringing us to have a portfolio of projects in Bali of around $75 million in less than 1.5 years. And I promise you, it's just the beginning. What you see on the left is our biggest project until today, 1.4 hectare in the north of Bali, going across the island, backing up our vision about creating a roadmap of experiences for our clients, a water-inspired resort called Atlantis Lovina by Coco. We look into launching this project the 1st of January, and I'm super excited. I'm super excited. Project number 2, Coco Hills, a part of our premium collection, talking into the same design, the same value proposition as our earlier projects. Has the color code of the Coco beige and are located in the hills of Bingin. It's going to be called Coco Hills, the skyline, and is a project of around $18 to $22 million. Hopefully we should be able to launch that in around 30 to 45 days. Let's see. I think that was what I had today. If anyone has any questions, I'm a social man. I'm happy to connect with you and answer the other way around. Last, I probably want to invite you all. So we have the opening, what is it called? The Coco Lifestyle Residence we spoke about before. We have the opening, first day, open house, 26th of October. You can go to Instagram, Coco Development Group. If you look in the link tree, I'll be super happy to meet you all. I expect around 400 people. Have a nice DJ. It's going to be food, drinks, a lot of nice people. Just happy days and experiences and memories. So, yeah, you are all more than welcome to join if that's something that suits you.
Yeah, it sounds like a party to be. Please, a round of applause, but you can stay for a stage and maybe, yeah. Thank you, Rasmus. Maybe some of you have a questions, because if I would be wanting to join the club, I would really want to know something more, maybe more. Does anybody have a question for the Rasmus and his amazing Coco amazing experience?
Hello, Rasmus. Thank you for presentation. Can you answer for the question, if I know you have a green zone, and now we know the new regulation about green zone, I mean, about your project in Bingen. So how you decide to solve this problem for the green zone?
I think I got your question. The new regulations, they are talking about the, what is he called? Surabaya, the head of tourism, who's talking with, what is he called? The governor of Badung. I hope, so the case is they're talking about not making it possible to change the zoning from green to commercial, pink or yellow. If you ask me, I was talking at, what is it called, Finn's Recreation Club about the same topic. And as I said there straight up, I hope it goes through, because you can say in the bigger picture, it just means that we keep the values of Bali. We actually keep the green areas green. They started out being green for a reason. And you can say from a perspective also, from a perspective of investments, it just means that all zonings, yellow and pink around it, will just skyrocket. But also will mean that the experiences of people, let's look 10 years ahead, that, for example, Uluwatu, where you have a lot of green zone, it's not Imagine if you change everything to pink, then it's going to look like Canggu. It's just going to be concrete everywhere. You're not having, the nature of Bali. So from my perspective, I hope they are going to get it through. My honest opinion is that, in general, money is not really religion in Bali. I'm very grateful for that. But still, money always talk. And let's say they change it now, then what happens in 10 years when someone has a ceremony and they need the money in the government? They're going to change it back. What's in it for me? It's just facts. That's how the world works. And yeah.
Thank you, Rasmus, for the answer. Does anyone have a question to Rasmus who want to ask something more about the Coco experience? Immersive, beautiful, and so diverse. Well, can I, Rasmus, ask you a question? If I will become just today the member of Coco membership, what will I have just like from day number one? What can I contribute and what can I get from this being a member of Coco?
It's actually very, very simple. I have an agreement with me today. You just push the green button, and then you just need to have a little bit more than $100,000 on your bank account. But no, we open up for that all our members can get 25% across the portfolio of our projects. So you can say it's back to community, the values of including people and make them feel they are part of something bigger, but it's also to support our investment cases. Let's say you have an average, let's call it, 75% occupancy rate. That means you have 25% of the time in a year where your property is not rented out. So you can say, with other words, it's actually just that small gap we fill out. We give our clients, we elevate their lifestyle or whatever you want to call it, and from a perspective of creating a good investment case, we actually just create a higher and better investment case for our clients.
Beautiful, thank you. That sounds quite reasonable. And being in a club of people that are charged and going to have an amazing experience together, that sounds beautiful.
Uh.